Hello beer tubers and welcome to yet another beer review with me, Peter, the master of hoppets. Today looking at more IPAs in the New England style. Love the New England style, as you guys know, and this will be fun to try because this is going to be another first, not just a first brewery, but a first country beer for me. So this is a beer from Portugal. I've never had any Portuguese beer, not even macro beer. I think they do a beer like called Superbock. That's a famous one. But I never had any Portuguese beers. And my first Portuguese beer will be a New England style IPA from a microbrewery, which is kind of funny. So this was another one I got from João in Portugal. So thanks a ton for the beer, dude. He was kind enough to send this bad boy and this one, Monkish. We got 5 beers in the mail for me to try. So this should be really fun. My first Portuguese craft beer, and this one is from Dois Corvos Cervejeira. I do not speak any Portuguese, and it is, I guess the name means two crows, Corvus, I think it's like crow, and the label is also two crows, and this is their Creature IPA. That artwork is freaking fire. Even the label looks like waves, and you got like the Kraken attacking some ships. Amazing label. It's a 6.8% New England style IPA. They say here on the side that they use American hops, British malt, soft Lisbon water, and New England yeast. So that's pretty cool. And they also use oats in there. And the hops are Simcoe, Citra, and Amarillo. So should be really interesting. It's funny, my first Portuguese beer is going to be a New England style IPA. I think that's pretty funny. But should be nice. So I got it poured, guys, and very murky in the glass. A nice kind of hazy, dark orange. The head, though, when I poured it, just frothed up like crazy. Like, it was the biggest head I've had in a beer in a while, and it even has like a rocky, pillowy head looking there, like lurking there right now, of a whitish color, but looks nice in the glass. Let's check out the aroma on, I'm just gonna say Two Crows, or Dois Corvos, Creature IPA. Yeah, that smells pretty nice. He already told me it's not the freshest bottled. He says it's a very nice beer when it's really fresh, but he couldn't get it fresher than this. But it doesn't really have an old hop flavor or anything. It's just not popping as much. It's got some sweet maltiness and doughy breadiness that you usually get in these New England style IPAs. It's got a very grassy hop aroma actually too. Like grassy and citric and lemony. Yeah, it's not as punchy right now, but maybe it's more punchy on the flavor, so let's give it a taste. Cheers, and thanks a ton to João for the beer. Great mouthfeel, actually. Like medium, kind of chewy, and then a nice drying bitterness. So it's got a little bit more bitterness than some of the New England IPAs, but you can definitely taste it's not a fresh IPA. It's dropped off a bit, because you're starting to get the tea leaf. That tea leaf, though, something I often get with older IPAs, when the hops in it starts to oxidize, which might also be why the color is a bit more murky dark. Often when the hops oxidize, especially in beers with a lot of it, the flavors that come out of the hops, that oxidized flavor, to me, is reminding me of black tea leaves or black tea, and I'm getting a bit of that in here. Almost reminds me of when I used to get, like, back in the day, I always got West Coast IPAs and all this stuff from the States here in Europe, and they were like 4 or 5 months old. It reminds me of having those, and just having them at the brewery when I was like in California was just such a difference compared to having them here in Europe. But it's still a nice IPA. You're getting a lot of that kind of tea leaf thing, but also very grassy, lemony and orangey, citrusy. It's not super tropical, and you're getting a bit of a bitter dankness to it, which is fairly nice. And then that malt sweetness, that kind of sweet, doughy, bready, crackery malt, nice medium mouthfeel. It does have somewhat of an estery, slight twang of bubblegum, but I actually think this would be much better. I think it would be pretty nice when fresh. But as it is right now, it's just a nice drinking IPA, but it's not like crazy popping awesome. And I think that's mainly due to the age. But still tasty stuff. So rating-wise for the Dois Corvos Creature IPA from Portugal, my first Portuguese beer. Let's go 85. Thanks a ton to João for the beer. You rule, dude. It's really fun to try some well, awesome New England style esque beers from Monkish, but also New England beer from Portugal. So if you guys had a chance to try the Dois Corvos Creature IPA, let me know what you thought of it. I actually don't think many of you guys who follow are from Portugal, so probably a lot of you guys have not had this, or a lot of you guys haven't had it. But hey, if you had a chance to try it, let me know. And as always, guys, remember to comment, subscribe, share out the Facebook fan page and Twitter and Instagram, and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. And I want to say cheers and thanks a ton to y'all for the beer. See you guys in another beer review.